Hello Internet, welcome to the Collective Arcana, a channel all about tabletop gaming. Continuing on with the Mighty Nine is Caleb. I was the least excited for this mini because Frumpkin had a hole through him and his face and hair kind of weird. But then once I started painting him, he ended up being one of the more satisfying minis because, I mean, the detail was there. Still not crazy about his face, but like his clothes, they came out pretty good. And it was a fun challenge to work with all these different shades of brown and try to make them look different from one another. Kind of like we did on the Vax mini, where everything was gray and black. It's kind of the same thing here. Everything is just different kinds of brown. My rule of thumb on that is anything with leather, I kind of do a more red toned brown, which I also used for his hair just based on a lot of the art I've seen. This is like episode 1 Caleb, so he's still like very dirty. So I made the fur in his coat look dingy. I kind of went with a bright white and then ink washed it with literal brown to make it look dirty, and it came out so good. I was so happy about it. The one thing I was not thrilled about was my failed attempts at trying to put stripes on Frumpkin. One thing I've kind of learned is that if you can't pull something off, it doesn't look better to just do a crap job at it. Sometimes it looks better to just leave the details out completely. That goes for eyeballs. Like if you're trying to put the whites of the eyes in and it just looks bad, just do an ink wash. You don't always need to go into extreme detail because in the end, less detail sometimes looks better. And because I couldn't pull this off, it looks better without the bad attempt that used to be on here. I would have taken a picture, but I was just so embarrassed. But it's just not a natural looking cat in the art, so I couldn't make it work. And he's so small, I think it works out. I gave him a little yellow belly, and I did like a wet blend to make him more orange as you went up, and I think it looks like real fur. The main thing I want you to know about this mini is that if you are getting frustrated with his face, it's not you. The face is so weird. I looked at it with a magnifying glass, and it's just very strange. I definitely don't recommend trying to put like the whites of his eyes. If you can get away with it, then that's fine, but his eyes are really close together, and there are ways you can kind of fake them being further apart, but his nose is still big, and like it's just one of those things that you have to just kind of accept and paint it as is. Him and Jester have some interesting style choices. Other than that, he's a pretty straightforward, human-looking average mini, and he doesn't need a lot of special techniques like some of the other ones. I'm going to put some still pictures up on the blog in case you just want some color reference ideas, so feel free to check those out. I am closing down on the Mighty Nine set. I've only got a couple more to do. Vox Machina is complete, and I do have a Caduceus as well. I did go ahead and order that one even though he didn't come with the set. So if this little tips video helped to give you a little guide and inspired you to paint your Caleb mini. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.